Many people have stopped buying the merchandise, watching the films. Many people have stopped subscribing to Disney because of the hard left turn that has been appropriated under Bob Iger. I don't know how you pronounce his name. I don't know how he pronounces his name. And to the conservative mind, when you see Snow White in a mustache, I mean, come on, that's just abhorrent. I don't watch their films anymore, and it's really sad because Disney was a huge part of my childhood, and I loved the song of the South. I loved it when I was a kid. I never said to myself, wow, look at how they're depicting a black man. How racist. I never said that when I was a child. I said, this is a kid that I said to myself that this is a person that I would love to hang out with as a child. I didn't say anything about racism, and I can't believe that they keep eliminating all these, the movement of wokeism and the nonsense that they can just eliminate the Muppet Show because it's racist. It promotes stereotypes. I mean, if you watch the Muppet Show today, there's a disclaimer at the top of it. It's a show about puppets. Give me a break. Anyway, let me digress. So this segment's about Disney. So let me get back to Disney. It's not really that big of a surprise that Disney took a hardcore left turn. And wokeism is not an accurate term. A better term is neo-Marxism. And I can talk ad nauseum about the history of Marx and how it has morphed and bastardized into the modern woke movement. And that includes LGBT, that includes critical race theory, that includes all the racial nonsense that you hear from the left, on and on and on and on. And I will include those in other segments. Now, so if you look back to Pixar's release of Ratatouille, and that's like my favorite Pixar film. I've seen it 50 times. And before Bob Iger became the CEO of Disney and basically ruined Disney for me, I had seen it like 50 times. But there's one scene in this film that I want to draw to your attention. There's a scene when Remy is taken by his father to a retail window in the middle of a dark alley in Paris, and he's trying to illustrate how harmful humans are and how there is a definitive difference between humans and rats, and there are problems and there are conflicts between the two species that can never be overcome. And he points to this and to the rats, and I forget, I'm paraphrasing, I don't remember verbatim what he said, but he says, hold on, I need to change lanes. He says to him, basically, humans are humans, rats are rats, and that's who we are, right? And then the film kind of, they cue the music, they go in tight to Remy's face, and he goes, no, Dad, and he's so patient and condescending. Nature is change. And I just thought, how deceptive, for the people who are not critical thinkers, especially kids, they hear that stuff and they go, nature's change. Nature is change to an extent, right? But nature isn't change into anything. There are immutable boundaries. Right? Men don't become women. That's an immutable boundary, right? Certain types of animals do not become other certain types of animals. Macroevolution is a farce. Why? Because there are immutable boundaries, okay? Nature is not change. Nature is change within a species. That's called adaptation. It's not called microevolution, okay? There are immutable boundaries. There are objective truths that cannot be changed because God made them that way.